Yo, what's good, brothers and sisters? It's Pastor Paul here with you today. The date is July 29th, it is Wednesday. I hope that you are all doing your QTs. If you haven't, I want to encourage you to pick up the book before you go to sleep tonight and give it a good read. If you guys read through today's passage, I know there's a lot to take in, it's a lot to read, and it's kind of tough. and I'm right there with you. But I just want to help and break down a little about this passage. If we read through the context of what's going on in Isaiah 14, we see here that Israel is in captivity under the Babylonians. And when we read the context of the story, you'll see here that God has a plan to return Israel. But upon that return, we will see that there's a fall to Babylon. And I just want to touch on this because we see here in the context of who and where Babylon is. Babylon is putting Israel into captivity, but ultimately the cause of their fall is not what they did to Israel, but ultimately their pride. And I wonder and want to address this because pride is often something we see that God really hates. It's in the sense in which we're trying to take the acknowledgement for ourselves. We're trying to dethrone God from where He deserves to be. When we know that God deserves all the glory and praise. And even in that moment where God is, I think that as we read this passage here, we see that God chooses Israel. And with that choice that God makes of choosing Israel, I want us to know that when God chooses us, it's not because there's something special about Israel. God doesn't choose Israel because there's something special, but rather than so, God chooses them because He trusts them. And I want you to all know that maybe in this moment that God trusts you. Even in this moment of pandemic, God trusts you to make that choice. That choice is given to us because there is a responsibility instilled within us. And so I want to encourage you and be reminded, don't allow pride to take over you, but be responsible in your choices. Whatever it is that you're doing, even in this place, even during this time, are you being responsible with your choices rather than taking into that self-entitlement of what you think you deserve? And so I want to encourage you all, be reminded that even with every new day that God gives us, that is a blessing, that is an opportunity. And so let us give thanks to the Lord and give glory to God. Whatever hopes, whatever dreams, whatever plans you have during this time, as the country opens up and with everything going on, give glory to God. I encourage you to seek the glory of God today and give thanks to Him. Love you guys all. I'll see you guys next week. God bless.